Good afternoon. Welcome to M News Live from our studios here in Ngwa, Adugono. We are also streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Maranatha TVGH. My name is Margaret Kado. Coming up in the top stories.
President of the Ghana Association of Medical Herbalists, Dr. Antony Mensah, has advised the Ghanaian populace against rushing in for the Nibima plant. Omahini of New Japan calls for enhanced partnership between Ghana and India. In foreign news, Biden signs orders on migrant family separations and asylum.
Details of these stories and much more news is coming to you live this afternoon from our studios here. Now the details. President of the Ghana Association of Medical Herbalists, Dr. Antony Mensah, has advised Ghanaian populace against rushing in for the Nibima plant, which has been approved by the Food and Drugs Authority as a possible local remedy for COVID-19.
He indicated that it can possibly cause bodily harm to anyone who goes in for the plant in its raw form for self-medication. Dr. Antony Mensah said, "We should all not rush for Nibima plant because of the new information. Now, they are applying chemicals to plants and spraying weedicides, making it dangerous to take help straight from the backyard," advising Ghanaians not to self-medicate when it comes to the use of herbal medicine, especially Nibima. With the new discovery, he said, "We need to find someone who is with the traditional herbal council and has his or her product registered for advice. The medical herbalist will also make sure you get the right drugs and doses." Being critical about the abuse of the Nibima plant, with it discovering to potentially cure COVID-19, the doctor insisted people do not go in for self-medication. At this time, the best they can do is get tested when they experience any symptoms of COVID-19. Dr. Antony Mensah made this known in an interview with Samuel Eshon on the Happy Money Show aired on ETV Ghana and Happy FM. The Ghana Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, together with the National Medicine Regulatory Agency, has approved a herbal medicine, Cryptolepsis sanguinolenta, locally known as Nibima, for clinical trials for the treatment of COVID-19. In a statement published by the FDA, CU indicated that the approval of the herbal medicine comes on the back of laboratory studies conducted by the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Research team, which approved the efficacy of the medicines against the novel coronavirus.
The Omahini of New Japan traditional area in the eastern region, Dasibre Professor Emeritus Otibwatin, has called on India through the India High Commissioner to Ghana, His Excellency Suganat Rajaram, to partner with based institutions in the New Japan traditional area.
He explained that the move will help promote indigenous herbs and medicines as a source of exports and foreign exchange and would be of utmost benefit to both countries. Emeritus Otibwatin, who is also a former government statistician, said this when the India High Commissioner to Ghana, His Excellency Suganat Rajaram, paid a courtesy call on him on Sunday, 31st January 2021. He noted that especially during this time that the world is battling for the vaccine to combat COVID-19 and other infectious diseases, the promotion of such indigenous herbal development will have a dual positive impact on the national economy. Within the root-based development framework, traditional areas would have the capacity to partner government and other stakeholders for more meaningful development engagement. It is within this partnership framework that the root-based institutions in New Japan would like to cooperate with similar entities in India in the development and promotion of indigenous herbs as sources of medicine and export, he added. He also revealed to the India High Commissioner to Ghana the contribution of New Japan to the community development governance in Ghana. He said on July 12, 2019, the New Japan Traditional Council took a momentous decision to implement the award-winning root-based development model developed by the Speaker, which offers a credible alternative to address development problems, particularly in Africa and regions of emerging economies, he said.
Moving on, the Chief of Staff designated Akoso Afrima Osei on Tuesday said government would continue to work assiduously with anti-corruption institutions to fight against the canker in the country.
She said government over the years had consistently made a significant budget allocation to these institutions to help protect the state's resources. The Chief of Staff stated at the launch of the 2020 financial year audit on the team, partnering the audit service in protecting the public purse, the role of stakeholders, appropriate because audit service reports over the years had contributed immensely in protecting the country's resources. Meanwhile, she also said the work of the service had created awareness and exposed the dangers posed by corruption, which had provided assurance to citizens that public institutions were using public funds prudently. This, she said, have helped to deal with the negative public perception about corruption in public institutions. She said about 10 staff of the service were empowered through in-service training to enhance their competencies and improve efficiency. Mrs. Osafo Atta said government would continue to collaborate with other state institutions to achieve the constitutional responsibility of eradicating corruption and abuse of power in the country. Dr. Eric Osai, Director General International Audit Agency, urged internal auditors to work with management of public institutions to provide timely report to the audit service for the necessary actions. He said IAA would continue to work with the Attorney General's Department to prosecute persons or institutions found culpable of financial infractions. The agency is poised to partner the audit service to reduce corruption and ensure that funds were used for the benefit of the citizenry, he said.
Away to other stories, the Supreme Court has asked Dr. Mensah White to wear a suit whenever he appears before the court.
According to the Chief Justice Kwesi Enim-Yeboah, that had been the norm whenever people appear before the Supreme Court, and that would not take anything away from him. The Chief Justice said being a lecturer was a prestigious profession. Justice Samuel Mawufu Saw added that the Supreme Court was raising the status of lecturers, but as the court was addressing, Dr. White, who was dressed in raw-iron black shirt and trousers, placed one of his hands in his pocket and was using other hand to hold his files. Soon after, a lawyer signaled to Dr. White, who quickly removed his hand from his pocket and placed it behind him. Dr. White was in court for adoption of his witness statement in respect of the ongoing election 2020 petition trial as a witness for the petitioner. Dr. White and Mr. Johnson Asedu Nketia had filed a witness statement to support the National Democratic Congress NDC flag bearer, who through a petition was challenging the results of the election 2020. Both witnesses have since been cross-examined and discharged by the Apex Court.
M-News returns shortly with business. Please do stay.
Want to spend your time away, living your life in affordable luxury? Here you are with Shiloh Guest House, the nation's first best ever guest house. We pride ourselves with our superior customer service and premium rooms being meant for kings and queens. Our front style eloquence speaks for itself, and we can't wait to give you a taste of a true luxury is all about. And after a night, rest is guaranteed with a glow most comfortable bed with neat and good mattresses with twinkle surroundings and warm atmosphere. The whole family to dive in, come rain or shine. Businessmen or women, parents and kid alike, get away with the reward of free Wi-Fi. The environment beauty is uncomparable. Shiloh Guest House is just in Teshinunwa Estate near A Life Junction. For further enquiries, you can contact us on 0241 972076, 0558 414718 and 0555 940 103. Shiloh Guest House, rests and quality assured.
We give God the glory and the praise that every year After we have done the 21 days fasting and prayer, we have what we call leadership retreat. It's a camp meeting, and we call it No Plan B. No Plan B. Look, as a leader in the church, as a leader in company, as a leader of a nation, there's no way out. You must fail. There's no way out. You must fail. And so there's no room for you to say, I have plan B, because if I fail, I can do other things. Please take it away from your mind completely. You are a leader and you must succeed as a leader. This conference is designed for church leadership, and especially all Maranatha leaders, both locally and internationally. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th February. But on the 6th, we are doing graduation of some of our Bible students and also the School of Ministry students. As you watch this video, if you want more information, as a pastor, you want to bring your church leaders to be part of what God is doing in Maranatha, feel free. We are building God's kingdom. God's kingdom. Call the numbers on the screen. God bless you. Remember, I'm talking about February 3rd to 6th. God bless you. Let me see you registering. Let me see you being part of No Plan B conference. Bye-bye for now.
Anywhere you lead me, I will
Welcome back from the commercial break. It's now time for business news. GSS has organized a dissemination workshop in Tamale to bring out key findings of Ghana State agriculture sectors in northern Ghana.
The workshop brought together directors of agriculture, members of the GSAs, and non-governmental organizations (NGOs) in the agriculture sector. The report of the Ghana Census of Agriculture, which was conducted in 2017 to 2018 agriculture season, would be disseminated further in the middle and southern zones. Mr. Antony Mensah, the Director of Social and Demographic Statistics of GSA, said the dissemination was aimed at making the key findings of the national report of the Ghana Census of Agriculture simple to attract and sustain the interest of people to search for details of the report. He said the dissemination was needed to take some agricultural decisions and some policy directions, adding that the report, even though was available, could not be accessible to everyone except those directly under the Statistical Service due to its cumbersome nature. Some key findings contained in the census indicated that males have dominated the agricultural activities even though women were found in agricultural homes. The youth in the northern zone are not much into agriculture. The report further revealed that about 80% of agricultural holders nationwide produce on lands less than 2 acres and thus cannot be said to be commercial farming. The report, however, recommended that there should be support measures for the youth who wanted to venture into agriculture. It further also recommended that government should provide a guaranteed market for agricultural products to attract more people to venture into commercial agriculture. The Director of Social and Demographic Statistics said the data collation ended in 2019 and indicated that it was important to be sure of the quality of census data being produced and therefore its dissemination delayed.
Meanwhile, the head of research at the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers (COPEC), Benjamin Sia, has expressed sadness over how one of the best oil refineries in West Africa has been turned into an oil storage point.
According to him, the Tema Oil Refinery, which has the capability and capacity to process the most dirtiest of crude, has been left a white elephant. He noted that if the Tema Oil Refinery is once again revived and start processing crude, the depreciation of the cedi will be a thing of the past. Speaking in an interview on the Epa Daben political show, Benjamin Sia said, Ghana is not Togo or Burkina Faso. We drill oil here in Ghana and we have the TOR, one of the best in distribution and processing of the dirtiest of crude in West Africa. But Tema Oil Refinery is now a tank not being used for what it was set up for. How and why do we have to drill crude in Ghana and refine it abroad? We plead with the government to focus on TOR and start refining our products here. He however said if we do that, the depreciation of the cedis affecting the prices of fuel will be a thing of the past. On his authority, the bulk distribution companies, BDC, will also end up paying less as they will not have to pay for any import and shipping related costs and end up paying only for the tanker delivering the product to them from TOR, reducing the cost of fuel and depreciation of the cedi in the long run. Benjamin appealed to government to halt plans to open 5 new refineries in the western region and rather focus on making TOR fully functional. Year in, year out, the rapid depreciation of the cedis against major trading currencies, especially the dollar, has been partly blamed for the increase in fuel prices in the country. But the COVID-19 pandemic saw the drastic decline in fuel prices, which was welcomed by many. However, with the production and economies bouncing back gradually, prices on the international market have taken an upward journey, seeing to the increase in fuel prices once again.
Entertainment news is next. Please do stay.
Maranatha Vocational and Technical Institute, Mavotech, comes your way with varieties of courses you can choose from. Be it catering and decorations, building and construction, fashion designing, electricals and electronics, beauty skincare, nail culture, and grooming make-up. Admission is in progress. You have a diploma certificate, SHS certificate, JHS certificate, a school dropout, or have no formal education. Then there is no need to fear because you are accredited by the National Vocational and Technical Training Institute. Hostel facilities are also available. You can locate us at the Ayibonto in Sawim on the Dokrochewa St. Martin's Road. For more enquiries, you can contact us on 0246 026 257 or 0504 531 908 and 0243 175 295. There is a scholarship for the first 100 students, so call now. Mavotech, helping people to help themselves.
What a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing for us to have Easter again in this place. And we want to thank God for what He sent Jesus to do. Look, as Maranatha family, all across the nation and some of the countries we are in, we are doing our national convention. I'm talking about Easter convention from 31st of March to 4th of April. That is the Restoration Sunday. And don't miss Good Friday service. It's going to be both morning and evening. You see what the blood of Jesus have done for us. No power from hell will diminish what Jesus' blood did for us. This convention is a convention of healing, restoration, deliverance, prophetic declarations. Look, wherever you are and you are sick, come to the conventions. In Maranatha, we are having 12 district conventions across Ghana. 12 district conventions across Ghana. And remember this, we are not just a church in Nungwa, but we are apostolic church that is doing apostolic work. So we are always having apostolic strategies to make sure the work Christ came to do with His life will grow from grace to grace and from glory to glory. In all our conventions, you will see on this advert locations of where conventions are being held with telephone numbers. Call the telephone numbers. If you are in Accra region area, you are welcome to be with us in Nungwa Adogono, where God is changing lives. Let me see you in this convention and also in the regions of Ghana. God bless you.
You help me close. So dance. You made a way 1, 2, 3, and 4. Me boom pom pom, I'm sure me cheap. Baby, I'm me friend.
We are still live on Facebook and YouTube, Maranatha TV DH. Let's now do some entertainment news. Renowned broadcaster Black Rasta has intimated leaders in the creative arts industry are leaders who sold their own people for power.
There is a raging debate on who becomes the Deputy Creative Arts Minister in Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration. Marco Kreku Mante's name seems to be paramount in the names that have been making rounds on social media to occupy that vacant position. But some industry persons have campaigned vehemently against Mark Okreku because of them. He has been in creative arts sector for years but has done nothing to better the fortunes of creatives in the country. Shatawale has threatened to register a political party and campaign against the new patriotic party if the president appoints Mark Okreku Mante. Reacting to this, Black Rasta has said he's shocked that Obo is one of the lobbyists for Okreku Mante in his bid to be appointed as deputy minister. He said, "It looks like Obo is going around industry people and doing PR for Masho Okreku Mante to be deputy minister. These guys will sell out their own people for power. We will torment them till they shed their selfish cloaks. The dragon never gets short of fire," he said.
Now let's do some foreign news. U.S. President Joe Biden has signed 3 executive actions seeking to reunite migrant families split up by a Trump-era policy and ordering a review of his predecessor wider immigration agenda.
In an attempt to deter illegal immigration, President Donald Trump's administration separated undocumented adults from children as they cross the U.S.-Mexico border. Mr. Biden's orders will set up a task force to try to reunite the estimated 600 to 700 children who are still apart from their families. The Trump administration split up at least 5,500 children from adults along the border between 2017 to 2018. The administration of U.S. President Barack Obama, whom Mr. Biden served as vice president, also separated undocumented children from adults at the border, though much more rarely, say activists. Mexicans saved a dying U.S. town. One of Mr. Biden's orders was set up an interagency task force led by the newly confirmed Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro, to oversee family reunifications. Mr. Biden's second and third orders signed on Tuesday order a review of Mr. Trump's immigration policies that curtailed asylum, slow legal immigration into the U.S., and cancel funding to foreign countries. Speaking at the White House, Mr. Biden said they are going to work to undo the moral and national shame of the previous administration that literally, not figuratively, ripped children from the arms of their families, their mothers and fathers at the border, and with no plan, none whatsoever, to reunify the children who are still in custody and their parents.
Let's do a recap of the top stories.
President of the Ghana Association of Medical Herbalists, Dr. Antony Mensah, has advised the Ghanaian populace against rushing in for the Nibima plant. Omahini of New Japan calls for enhanced partnership between Ghana and India. In foreign news, Biden signs orders on migrant family separations and asylum.
This will be all for this afternoon. For more news updates, you can follow us on Facebook and YouTube, Maranatha TV DH. A very big thanks to the production team from MCR and Estina, and then to editing department, Daniel Fianku, camera, Miracle, sound, Mr. Ajete, and my only producer, Hussein Isaku. My name once again is Margaret Kado. Thanks so much for watching, and do have a very good afternoon.